the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. Here's Beverly, off target from three-point range. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then there's Howard. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Capella in at the 4. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Here's Wade. Miami no good on that time either.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
It's Harden with the drive. Nice D from Bosh. He'd have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Capella gets to Ariza. And here's Harden for 3. Another miss by Houston.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
And here's Harden following Chris Bosh's 3. And the shot is good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Wade dishes to Bosh. And it's Wade penetrating. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Harden. Out to the right wing. Fires from the corner. And he hits the jump shot.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Dang with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Dang goes in. And he gets it to go.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Ariza outside. He dishes it to Howard. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Heat. Moniunas is checked in for Houston. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Here's Bosh. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the Rockets with possession here, following the score by Miami. think you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Right side, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe two, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
Nice shot by Terry.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Green, the pass to Bosh. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bosh has got 7 points. And stolen by Udrich. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Rockets ball.
The Rockets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. The wide open look here for Terry. And another three for Houston.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Udrich can't hit.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Moniunas kicks to Brewer. Now the pass to Thornton. Jones sets the pick for Thornton. Feeds it to Moniunas. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
17 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Terry. It's rebounded by Bosh.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over him. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Moniunas. And it's Houston with another.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Rockets lead by 5. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for Houston. Moniunas out there with Brewer. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Jones. And it's Lawson in at the 1 spot.
I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
And Jones sends it back. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Whiteside.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Miami. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy who can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
They now take the lead. And the Heat lead by 1. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Miami.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Harden dishes to Beverly. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time. And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Deng can't get it to go.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard. Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And that one's good. And now a 4-point Miami lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Winslow. Harden missing his last shot. The feed to Whiteside. Stolen by Harden. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Beverly. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Gerald Green comes in for Winslow. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic. Now here's Harden. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And the Rockets making a change here. Terry's checked in. Out to Wade. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden the pass to Ariza. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And stolen by Udrih. And it's sent back by Howard. They recover it.